Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies. Today we are looking at this Scion XB. I'm going to be replacing the caliper on this vehicle and bleeding the brakes out and properly torquing everything to the correct torque specifications. So it's a pretty easy process on this one. It usually takes about an hour, I'd say at most. Took me about 35-40 minutes with air tools. So remember to like, subscribe, and share while you're watching, and let's go and do it. Here I am putting on one lug nut to hold the rotor on during installation, just so it mocks the rotor in place. Makes it easier to install the caliper housing and everything a little bit later. So this would be a huge recommendation. Do your best to keep the braking surface area of the rotor as clean as possible from grease and debris. This is the new caliper and bracket that's going on. This caliper and bracket came with a new hardware kit and a new banjo bolt with the copper seals, and make sure everything is torqued down properly. This is the new banjo bolt. It goes right here on the back of the caliper. I guess that comes with a new gasket too. To install the new caliper and bracket, I'm going to disassemble everything, ensure that the sliders are properly lubed, install the hardware kit one piece at a time. When installing brake parts, make sure everything is torqued to specification. This 17mm bracket to hub assembly, or hub, is torqued to 65 foot-pounds. I click mine 3 times just to ensure I got the proper torque spec. Even though this is a new caliper bracket and housing, I always ensure that my sliders are properly lubricated before I do a complete installation.
Ensure that both the top and bottom sliders freely move in and out. You do not want them to be hampered in any way. Here we install the hardware kit for the brake pads that was provided with the caliper housing and bracket. They are directional, so make sure you put them on the correct way. Hardware kit that was included also had wear indicators to put on these brake pads. Pretty nice upgrade, I like. When installing the brake pads, I did notice that it was easier to install the side of the brake pad that had the wear indicator installed on it, and then pushing in the other side. Install one wear indicator on each pad. When both pads are installed, it should look a little something like this. I'm going to put the caliper itself onto the bracket. As with all other brake components, make sure you torque these bolts too. These 14mm bolts need to be torqued down to 25 foot-pounds. Make sure you have something to catch the excess oil when you're bleeding the brakes.
GG!
Remove the dust cap that comes on the caliper. Make sure you have enough brake fluid. I usually top it off a little bit higher than the full line when I'm going to bleed. I'm going to remove the banjo bolt or through bolt from the brake system onto the caliper. It is a 12mm bolt. Remove the factory gasket or metal seals. With the new caliper was a new through bolt or banjo bolt. Make sure you get a gasket on both sides of the brake line. Just like all other brake components, make sure you torque this 12mm bolt to 21 pounds. Since we opened up this hydraulic system, we do need to bleed the caliper to remove the air behind the piston, so the only hydraulic fluid is pushing the piston onto the brake pad so you get nice even wear. Please check out my other videos and you will find how to bleed air out of a caliper. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you on the next hopefully helpful video.